Hello everyone, Priyanka Arun here. Welcome back to English Mania, the world of English language, literature and communication. Today I would like to begin my video lecture series on English literature, which will be useful for all the students of English literature, including those who are preparing for UGC NET and for all those competitive exams which are based on English literature. So let's begin our journey with the father of English poetry, Geoffrey Chaucer, and his The Prologue to the Canterbury Tales. The Prologue to the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. It belongs to the Middle English period, which was essentially an age of chivalry and romance. And Dryden, in his preface to the Fables, made a great comment about the work. That is, here is God's plenty, which shows the varied characterization by Chaucer in his work. It is a realistic portrayal of men and manners of the time, that is, the Middle English period. It is a collection of 24 stories in about 17,000 lines. All the stories in the Canterbury Tales are in heroic couplet except the two. They are the Parson's Tale and the Tale of Melibee. And the work is one of the masterpieces of Chaucer in his English period. The story begins in the month of April, spring season. 29 pilgrims they gather in the Tibard in London. They were on their way to Canterbury Cathedral, the shrine of St. Thomas Becket. They believe in the healing capacity of the shrine. That's why they are undertaking such a pilgrimage. Harry Bailey, the host of the inn, he suggests a storytelling contest and he offers a free meal for the best storyteller. The pilgrims, they are supposed to tell two stories on their way to Canterbury and two stories on their way back. Thus, on the whole, there should be 120 stories, but actually we have 24 tales. In that 24, 21 complete tales and 3 are incomplete tales. The pilgrims, they were in a confusion who was the first person to tell the story, and they put a lot. The knight wins the lot, and the first tale in the Canterbury Tales is the knight's tale. It is a love story of two friends, Palamon and Arcite, who love the same girl. And the last story in the Canterbury Tales is the Parson's Tale. And the whole story is narrated by Chaucer himself. Now let's move on to the character analysis. Let's begin the characters with the knight. A knight there was, and that worthy man. The knight, he represents the chivalry of the Middle Ages, and Chaucer uses the word worthy or worthiness 5 times to describe the knight. He is a perfect gentleman of highest social standing, participated in many wars. Next is the squire. As fresh as the month of May. This is how Chaucer describes the squire. The squire is son of the knight who was about 20 years old, and he was proud of his curly yellow hair. He wanted to follow his father's path, that is the knight's path, but being an ardent lover, he slept as little as a nightingale. The yeoman. He was a proper forester, I guess. This is how Chaucer describes the yeoman. He was the servant of the knight and the squire, and he was proud of his green motley, that is his dress. He is very unhappy because he don't like his job. The prioress. There also was a nun, a prioress, her smile a very simple one and coy. Madame Eglantine is the prioress. She has got a brooch on her shoulder with an A. The Latin inscription means love conquers all. She is well mannered and speaks French with a nasal accent. She is too sensitive that she weeps to see a mouse trapped. She is a pet lover and has got many pets and she feeds them well. Next is the monk. A manly man to be an abbot able and followed New World manners in their place. This is the description about the monk. He was very fat and bald-headed, which was shown like a looking glass. He has got passion for hunting and eating, and he has got many hunting dogs, that is hounds. Next is the friar. The friar's name is Hubert, and the description about him is his tippet was always stuffed with pocket knives and pins to give to young and pleasing wives. By the way, the friar is a complete follower of the monk in his behavior. He was happy in the company of women and interested in the pleasures of life. Next is the merchant, a worthy man withal. Actually, he appears to be a worthy man, wealthy and happy man, but actually he's unhappily married. His wife is a cynical person and he has got a bitter view of marriage because of that. He makes it clear that his story will characterize wives of a different sort. The doctor of physic. In all this world was none like him to pick for talk of medicine and surgery, for he was grounded in astronomy. The doctor of physic, he was well learned in many subjects like astrology, astronomy, and medicine too, and never read Bible. He used to tell that golden alchemy is very important. He believed that. It shows his greed for money and gold. The cook has an open sore on his shin. This is how Chaucer describes the cook. The cook is a skilled person in his trade and he has got an incurable ulcer on his knee. Maybe because of this or in order to cure this, he is undertaking that journey. Now the wife of Bath. Deaf and gag-toothed. This is the description made by Chaucer about the wife of Bath. Wife means not the female partner. In Chaucer's time, wife means a lady or woman, and Bath is not her second name or her husband's name. It is the place to which she belongs. She is gap-toothed. This is spelling of Chaucer, G-A-T. Actually, it is gap-toothed. Then the name of wife of Bath is Elizan. She is a pleasant, social and clever character. She is very good at needlework and was very proud of the handkerchiefs she made for herself. She married 5 times and planning for the 6th one. And the source of the tale of the wife of Bath is Jean de Meun's Roman de la Rose. The Clerk of Oxford. This is the spelling of Old English. This guy is so poor that he can't even afford to feed himself, let alone his horse, who's as skinny as a rake. So, clerk in Old English means a student, maybe of philosophy or theology. He's a poor guy who spent all the money in his books to buy books so that he left a little money for his food and so he is as thin as a rake. He speaks little, but when he does, his words are wise and full of moral virtue. The parson and plowman. The parson proves to be a truly good man. Among the clergymen described by Chaucer in his Canterbury Tales, he is the only one or the best one who is not corrupted. And both the parson and plowman are brothers and good men. They were leading a simple life. They were pious gentlemen, God-fearing and sincere. The last and longest tale is made by the parson, and in the Vicar of Wakefield, we can see Dr. Primrose, the central character. He is a reincarnation of the parson of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. And the plowman, he is good and true laborer. That is, he is very industrious. He is also very good too. He is very hardworking. The reeve, a better hand at bargains than his lord. The reeve, he was the manager of a large estate, a better hand at bargains than his lord. With Chaucer's capacity or skill in financial matters, he earned much money for himself and for his master. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for similar videos. See you in the next video. Take care.